That one will work. And then I'm going to click that one. Are you sure you want to actually? I'll leave that off for a second. I'll leave that off for a second and see what happens. So, yeah, are you playing Arc Raiders? That's the first question. Not Arc Raiders, Fellowship. Fellowship. Are you going to be playing it Fellowship? So I've got everything up. Where's Steam? Where's Steam? Steam's always a good place to go because Steam always has, other than Discord having the informal things, the formal stuff will always pop up down here. They don't always necessarily tell you. Here we go, recent events. How good is that? That's a problem. I just noticed, sorry, for the first time, what's the gameplay like? Well, I'll show you, Slatter. I'll show you a quick, so I need to turn this off. I've started YouTube and they've just released in beta a vertical and horizontal stream at the same time. Now, unfortunately, I don't think, yes. And now I've just turned on my vertical and see if that will swap over. I'm not sure. If that doesn't swap over, I'll turn it off. We'll see what happens. So what happens gameplay-wise? Gameplay-wise isn't bad. So what it is, it's four players across a raid. And what there is you pick. It's a standard hero. So you've got two tanks that it's coming out with. We've got 2 healers and we've got 4 DPS. And you can go through all these and you pick your standard class out of 4. Want Fellowship to be great, however, a lot of bad feedback out there so far. Well, that's the hard part. Until someone actually plays the game and what's the word I'm trying to think of? Can't think of the word. But as you know, all games that people play, they want it to be something it's not. And unfortunately, then they give it a bad grab. That's where we go wrong. That is where it's not. And unfortunately, then they give it a bad grab. That's where we go. Turn that off. That's not working. That's where it goes wrong. So in regard to, okay. Pronounced like Slater Aid, by the way. Thanks. So Slater Aid. Thanks, buddy. No, all good. So what we're going to do, we'll go through a few of so they did release a few videos. So they've got the early access, the guide. Beginner's guide. This is what I wanted to go to. So we'll chuck this up real quick.
Welcome to Fellowship, a multiplayer online dungeon adventure launching in early access on October 16th. Fellowship takes the best part of MMO play, the endgame, and puts it front and center, removing the excessive grind and time commitment so you can jump straight into challenging and rewarding group combat.
So it looks familiar.
The experience focuses on the classic holy trinity of gaming: tank, healer, and damage dealers. A tank absorbs damage and keeps enemy attention away from their allies. For example, Helena can take the heat for the rest of the team because she generates toughness, mitigating that incoming damage. Damage dealers land the big hits on enemies to ensure victory for the team. Consider trying out Rhyme, where you'll attack from a distance and build your anima to increase your damage output and secure the kill for the team. Healers are there to keep the team alive, so you and your group can get to the end of the dungeon
Neverwinter?
in one piece.
I've never played Neverwinter.
Vigor is a fantastic starting point for new players with familiar and easy to understand abilities.
Pretty much, and I think that's what it's meant to be.
You'll need to keep a close eye on your ability and ultimate cooldowns so you have them ready when you need them. Players will jump into their first dungeon with our quick play matchmaking option. This is a great way to get familiar
So
with
the part about this game is it's meant to be quick. Quick dungeons, quick raids. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to wait too long. It's in, out. There you go. Win your tokens. And you just level up. You level up, get better items.
You can use our group finder to jump into our leagues, where you can gear up by completing single boss dungeons, which take about 10 to 15 minutes each.
I like that they got leagues. Leagues are good.
To the next league by completing a milestone dungeon with 3 unique and challenging bosses. Hero progression is unlocked by completing a variety of in-game goals that will grant new
Hopefully Ninja
abilities and talents. You can experience the joy of obtaining more power without having to grind content that you don't want to do, when you'd rather just be jumping straight into another dungeon. You'll also
I'm
be
hoping you
able to
feel
collect a
powerful
number
as
of
you go
items that
through.
give cosmetic customization
And they got
options for
Twitch
your
drops. I'm
heroes,
pretty sure they
so
got
you
Twitch
can
drops
show
coming
off
as
your
well.
feats of strength back in the stronghold.
Taris Land. Oh,
We're
well, I never
building
played Taris
Fellowship
Land. Is that
with
still going?
and
Even
for
going?
Our community. So join us on October 16th when Fellowship launches in early access.
Beautiful. So there you go. There's a little bit of gameplay. A little bit of gameplay for you. So what we're going to do, let me just head over there for a second. Which is Fellowship will launch in Steam Early Access October 16th. If you haven't been able to check the game yet during one of our previous public play tests, our latest beginner's guide video, courtesy of the community director, Hamish. If you don't want to stop there, check out the hero spotlights to find out which hero you'll be able to be your best choices. Also, don't forget to join the official Fellowship Discord. Our awesome community will be able to answer any of your questions. So that's where we're going to go. So we're going to do heroes. We're going to do heroes first. Make sure there's any, see if there's any update notes. Nothing there. With the guide, early access trailer. We'll watch that one, actually. We'll watch this one, see what supporter packs and Twitch drops we can get. Then we're going to go to heroes, and then we're going to go to the dungeons themselves. And we'll check out the dungeons, because I know in here, here we go. We've got all the dungeons that we can talk about. And builds as well, If we can build ourselves, we'll try, but I don't know if the website's got it open for us. Hey, Menace. So you go through with a party of 4? You do. And Lord Blackheart's just flexing the amount of days and points that he has. Early access. So this is the early access trailer. It's going to tell us about the Twitch drops. Actually, we'll watch it and then we'll go through it. We'll watch it and we'll go through it. Menace is like, I'll beat that. No, good, Ninja. Yeah, we'll be up for another 2 hours at least. Look at the mounts. I'll be interested to see the boss mechanics. I think that's probably the big one. Like early on, the bosses are you just face tank them and away you go. But I think as you get stronger, how do the mechanics change and adapt? That'll be the question. Okay. So watch the launch trailer early and learn all about the support packs and Twitch drops. So we're just 3 days away from the Fellowship launching in Steam early access on October 16th. And because you can barely contain our excitement, we wanted to share the early access launch trailer. But that's not all. We've got some details, some time zones. Fellowship will be released in early access across the world, and more details to share on how you can support Fellowship. So, global release times. Many of you have asked exactly what time Fellowship will be released in early access. Well, we've got you covered. Check out the graphic below to see when Fellowship will be available. Oh, I can't do, actually, I'm zooming this way. So here are your time zones around for you. Surprisingly, I'm pretty sure the director is Australian. He hasn't even got the Australian time zone on there. But either way, for me, it's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. It's releasing on Friday morning, and then around the world where it hits. It usually does. Steam games usually drop at 3 a.m. When it's on Steam, unless there's something special. You got their own launcher. But we don't usually get anything outside of that. Supporter packs. So we've had a lot of you reach out to ask, how can you support us in our Fellowship early access journey even more? Well, spreading the word about the game, creating content for it, providing us feedback during our closed and open playtests has already been incredibly valuable. We've also added another way to support the game's early access launch with supporter packs. While the Fellowship-based game will still get you full access to the game content, no changes there. These optional support packs will grant you 3 exclusive armor skins and 1 exclusive mount. Okay, so everyone will get the standard game. The only thing with the supporter packs is you'll get the mount and the skin. The packs will be available individually for $19.99 each, together in a supporters pack set for $39.99 and available in a supporter edition for $59.99. So for me, that'd probably be about $100. And by the way, in celebration of entering early access, Everything will be available for 10% off from October 16 until October 23rd. This includes early access version of Fellowship, the supporter packs, and the supporter set and the supporter edition. As always, we want to continue to stay true to what we said from the beginning. Only optional cosmetics will be available for real life currency. With Fellowship, you can have a ton of fun, top of the leaderboards, and get awesome looking gear along the way without spending a dime. So that's good. No pay to win. Don't have to spend any money to get anything different other than if you want to look different. That is it. These packs and other optional cosmetics are completely optional to purchase. Any supporter packs you get, or if you would choose to get the set or edition, goes directly toward the work on Fellowship's development. These packs were inspired by our community who's been asked for more ways to support the game, so we're glad we could make these happen. We really appreciate your support. And all that said, here's a list of all the items for each supporter pack. So this supporter pack. So I don't mind this tank skin. So we've got a Helena Frostworn Protector armor skin. So that would be this red one, I'm guessing. Mara. Is that Helena? I assume it's a Helena. So we'll find out who Helena is. No, Helena is this one, the blonde-haired, and that's Mara. There must be Helena. Or is that Helena? Helena's a tank? Ah, okay. The one on the right, the blue one's Helena, is the Frostworn Protector. Then we've got the Time at Wrath of Visage armor skin. Deep Warden's Oath, Vigor. And then Ghost Bear, Guardian, Ghost Claw mount. You can barely see it, but I don't mind the Ghost Claw mount. That's the Guardian supporter pack. Then we've got the Exile supporter pack. So just a reminder, these were $19.99 each, I think they were. Then we've got Miko, Purifier's Remnants. So that one is, if it went in order, it would be the one on the right. Is it? Who's Miko? Miko. It's hard to say, actually, which one. I assume it's the one on the right if it went in the same order. Adios. Null Disciple armor skin. See the one in the middle? It's hard to say. It's hard to tell. I assume it is. And then Everdawn Tangle for Sylvie. And Sylvie is there. So that one definitely is. So it is following that order. I don't mind the Adios one. That's not bad. And then same again, nice mount. Ghost Rat. It's a rat. Nah, I'd rather go the bear. I'd rather go bear before a rat. And then we've got this one. This one's not too bad. I don't mind this one. We've got the Hunt armor skin, the Drake Bound, the Abyssal Touch, the Wildspring Oracle, and a cat, Radiant Feline. So Radiant Feline's not too bad. I also don't mind, who's this one? Rhyme, Wildspring Oracle. Not too bad. The Taric. Taric is Taric's DPS, melee. I don't mind that skin. And then last one, Wanderers, the Twitch drops. So we're going to have Twitch drops. So here we go. One that hey, veteran, how you going, buddy? Been a while. How have you buy multi-tickets again? Oh, sorry, Blackheart. I missed your message. All you have to do is !ticket, space, and then the number of tickets you want to buy. So if you get into the draw, it's just !ticket, space, and then the number of tickets. So Twitch drops. Actually, I like this one in the middle. We heard you like free rewards. Fellowship Twitch drops will be available when early access launches October 16th, from October 16th until November 6th. So it's out for a while. Watch your favorite Twitch streamer play and earn the following in-game items in the process. So watch 15, 30, 1 hour, and 2 hours. Do I care? I don't care for the mounts. I'm guessing Sky Gazers will be that one. I'm guessing Seeker's Remnant. For Sylvie. Actually, Sylvie was... We go back one. Sylvie was that one. So that's a Sylvie one that you get for 30 minutes. This definitely looks like plate mail for Helena. So if that's Sylvie, this would be Elarion? Elarion? Is that how you say it? And Elarion is... Oh, that's the new one coming. That's the new one coming, isn't it? I believe there's a video coming out for that character tomorrow. It does look like WoW. So you could say it is WoW, veteran, but the difference is there's no running around collecting stuff. You're literally just doing dungeons. It's dungeon after dungeon. Streamers simply have to have drops enabled after you've accumulated enough watch time. Follow the steps outlined on Twitch to get these rewards in-game. What's this one? Arc exclusive mount. We're not done yet. There's another exclusive mount up for grabs. When you start Fellowship, follow the prompt to verify your email on the Arc Light launcher, and this beautiful Arcalian steed will be yours to keep. We cannot wait for the early access of Fellowship to begin, and we're looking forward to many dungeons. So I didn't know about that one. So make sure, so if you want this mount, other than the 4 Twitch drops that you can get, and then you've got your supporter packs that you can get. You can get all supporter packs with one purchase, buying the full game plus supporter edition, plus the Arc exclusive Arc exclusive mount. All you have to do is when you start Fellowship, follow the prompt. So when you start Fellowship, follow the prompt to verify your email on the Arc Light launcher, and this beautiful steed will be yours. So that one's pretty easy. I think you pretty much start the game and you get in straight away. All right, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. So that was the guide. Give me a sec. I'm going to turn the aircon off. It's getting cold now. Ugh. All right. Heroes. We'll see what they got on this page before we go to the wiki, because no, we can actually go through each hero. We might actually do that. It might give us an insight to each hero before we start building out what the heroes are meant to do. So we're back with a new series of trailers to give you a closer look at each. All right. Mara. Look, I'm sure we're going to find out how to pronounce the names as well. As a melee DPS assassin who uses stealth to get up close and personal to land surprising and devastating attacks. In combat, generate combo points and use them on special abilities to empower them for more damage. That's who you're going to play, veteran.
Mara is a melee assassin who uses stealth to get up close and personal, landing surprising and devastating strikes. She generates combo points through her abilities, weaving in and out of combat with the deadly grace of a Black Widow. Mara uses combo points on special abilities to empower them, allowing her to do more damage for each combo point used.
I think she'll be good on bosses. Yeah, I think she'll be good on bosses.
In Fellowship, Helena is a melee tank who excels on the front lines, taking hits to protect her allies. She builds up her toughness, which is used to reduce incoming damage, giving her time to use powerful skills to forge a path for your group through hordes of enemies. Take hits head on and shield your allies as Helena.
So Helena, well, I'm going to say Helena. This is how I say it. He was saying it differently. We'll take a hit for you on the front lines. Build up toughness to reduce incoming damage and retaliate with powerful strikes. Shield your allies and forge a path for your group. So that's the class I played when I did try the beta for a little bit.
In Fellowship, Vigor is a healer
who
thrives in the midst of battle.
He's all right.
Alongside his allies and enemies. He uses offensive spells to generate radiant runes and
quite
heal
mobile.
Allies at the cost of mana. Radiant runes are used for Vigor's most powerful abilities, whether that's granting shields to absorb enemy attacks, or spells that damage enemies while healing allies.
Jump in, Menace. Jump in. I think I'm going to, with this game, I think I'm going to have to get a list of people that want to play. For sure. Because I'll probably create a different category in the Discord. So if anyone's looking for groups, at least they can jump in there and put when they're playing. Just so you can get pre-mades put together. Because as you know, sometimes it can be horrible trying to play in a pub group and you get destroyed. So Vigor is a healer that thrives in the midst of battle alongside allies. Build up Radiant Runes to unleash powerful abilities like granting shields or damaging enemies while healing allies. Support and help your allies as a Vigor. A lot of what I'm noticing with these abilities is everything is building up. You're building up, what do you hear? You build up here, you build up Radiant Runes. Helena builds up toughness. Mara builds up, was it combat? Oh, combo points. So combo points, toughness, and Radiant Runes. So I guess each class is building towards something. Hey, Shiva. How you going, buddy? Aha, he's got Battlefield tag. I completely missed the launch of Battlefield. Bloody, oh, not bloody, but I ended up going to PAX Melbourne. So, look, I ended up getting Battlefield, but yeah, no, I missed out on launch. I only got back last night. Got 24 hours ago, got back. But we've got a new game. PAX was good. 3 days. I've got a new game that released at PAX in Melbourne, which was interesting. Surprisingly, it's a mobile game, but it's currently not. I was speaking to the devs. It's not a category on Twitch yet. I was contemplating: do I just start streaming it tonight, or do I wait for Fellowship? So I'll stream. I'm going to put some videos on it, so get some people. We're going to be doing some unboxings. Let's put it that way. Where do I have any on me? I do. I'll show you. I won't give it all away just yet, but it's a game called Earthlings. And what they are, I know I'm meant to be talking Fellowship right now, but here's I can't see my camera, I'm delayed. So these little Earthlings, they're little NFC tag little collectibles, and they come out in series, and there's 24 to collect. And what you do, you scan them into your phone, and they become your characters in your game. So, but I'll give you a bit more info in the coming days on that one. But yeah, that'll be an exciting one from PAX. Yeah, no, it is. They use like the blockchain technology to. They're all serialized. So if you lost it or it gets stolen or whatever, doesn't matter. You digitally have it. And what you do, you trade them. And then what you can see every trade. And after every trade, you get points. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'll be doing deep dives in that one. So I'm sitting on the fence. I've got two games I really want to stream is Fellowship and Earthlings. But it's spelled AERTH, not EA, AE. Two American, two founders that were at the show were both American, and the people who are making the cubes, they're in Australia. Give you an idea if you want to have a look at that. So, Rime. Rime is a ranged caster who deals massive damage from afar. Step back from the heat of the battle and wield a power of frost, which will eventually generate winter orbs. Use them to unleash winter's wrath with even more devastating elemental abilities. What I'm interested in, so we've seen from a damage dealing perspective, we've got Rime and we had Mara. Mara was more the assassin, jumps in the back, attacks from that perspective, and Rime's damage dealer from afar, so a bit of a range of DPS. I wonder what there's going to be a meta for sure. What that's going to be, I'm not sure. We've got to see. We're going to watch a video.
In Fellowship, Rime is a ranged caster who deals massive damage from afar. Distancing herself from the heat of battle, Rime plants her feet and generates anima by wielding the power of frost.
I wonder what her AoE is like. Oh, there we go.
Winter orbs can then be used to unleash devastating elemental abilities. Unleash winter's wrath with Rime.
It looks pretty cool, to be honest. Rime actually looks alright. I didn't mind that. That looked good. So I think we're following a very, very standard path, which will eventually generate a winter orbs. So Rime needs to generate winter orbs. So how do they say, is it Miko or Maiko? He's a melee tank who utilizes a different martial fighting techniques to empower herself and defend her allies. With combo build abilities, you'll ultimately get access to various finishing moves, unleashing powerful abilities.
Mako is a melee tank who utilizes
Mako.
different martial fighting techniques.
What do you say?
Mako is a melee
Mako.
tank who utilizes different martial fighting techniques to empower herself and defend her allies. Her combo builder abilities unlock fighting techniques, which grant access to finishing moves. The finishing move will change depending which combos you've used. Different finishing moves will unlock powerful abilities from massive damage or self-healing for Mako. Harness the power of earth and wind and stand fast as Mako.
From a stats perspective, I'll be interested because Mako is the tank along with Helena. So it'll be good. I won't go up to her. I can't find her. Helena seems more tankier than Mako, but Mako might deal more damage. But we'll see how. I'd like to see their individual stats if we have access to that or not. Sylvie is a druidic healer who uses her connection to nature to support her allies. She commands flutterflies who can be assigned to an ally to heal and provide support buffs. Sylvie can also harness the power of Flora to deal damage and buff allies, in addition to flutterflies. I wonder what the balance is like. How well have they balanced the healers to the tanks to the DPS?
Sylvie is a druidic healer who uses her connection to nature to support her allies. She commands flutterflies who can be assigned to an ally to heal and provide support buffs. Sylvie can also harness the power of Flora to deal damage and buff allies. Harness the power of nature as Sylvie.
I feel like Sylvie's going to be stronger than who was it? It was Vigor. Yeah, I feel like she'll be stronger than Vigor, but Vigor, I don't know. I like Vigor more. I feel like from a healing perspective, she's going to be better. Now, Adios. Hey, 16,000 points. Not bad. Not bad, Shiva. Not bad at all. So if you haven't already, if you want to enter the draw, as usual, I'm giving a few copies away of Fellowship. So all you have to do is exclamation mark ticket. Same again. Get yourself in the draw. Get yourself a copy. Oh, Grimbringer, missed a bloody posture check. Sorry, mate. Straight in with the 50. No messing around there. Adios is a ranged spellcaster who deals powerful fire damage from afar. Many of his abilities will generate damage over time effects and embers. These will ultimately grant you burning embers that detonate for massive damage. Set your enemies ablaze with Adios. Oh, so we've got ice, we've got fire, and we've got an assassin from a damage dealer perspective. Hey, he's up. 86,000. Nice.
Nearly all of Adios' abilities generate damage over time effects while generating embers.
That's cool.
Collecting enough embers will create a burning ember, which can be detonated for all damage over time effects to take effect immediately.
Oh.
Enemies ablaze with Adios.
That'd be a good ability. That'd be a good ability. Did you call him Adios? I just got to double check.
Adios is a ranged
Adios.
spellcaster
Adios. And Tarek. So Tarek is a melee damage dealer who harnesses his hammer for up close and personal attacks. While fighting, generate fury to unleash devastating attacks and major burst damage, bring down a hammer with Tarek. So I'm guessing this is going to be just like the Berserker. Where is he? Oh, this isn't him. This is the early access launch trailer. Ah, we've been gypped. We've been gypped. Oh, I was hoping to see his abilities pull off. So they're all the characters. So there's one more coming. There's meant to be one more coming tomorrow. Who did we not see as well? Did we see everyone? We did. We saw everyone except for the one that's coming tomorrow. And the one that is coming tomorrow is... Wasn't that one? No, that's Vault Hunters. Where is it? Which one is... Fellowship. Here we go. So the dev stream tomorrow at 6 a.m. So that is roughly about 12, 10, 11, 9 hours from now. 9 hours from now, there's going to be a stream. Here's a video. There is a video. Here we go. Let's watch this one. In 6 hours. So we're going to see the next class in 6 hours. So we're missing out on this class at the moment. You've also seen a glimpse of the mystic Bowman. It's a Bowman. So he's a ranger. Share a new trailer and more details about the new hero tomorrow. All right, so we'll check out the new one tomorrow, unfortunately. But not bad. So we've got, as you can see, we've got our tanks. We've got Maiko and Helena. We've got our 2 healers, Vigor and Sylvie. And then we have our 4 damage dealers. I'm guessing we're going to have 5 by tomorrow with, was it Elena? Will be the next one. Was it the name? No, Elarion. Is that how you say it? Don't know. But either way, that's where we're sitting from all the heroes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go through, we'll check out the builds, the abilities, the upgrades, everything we need on that side to see what we know about the classes, and then we'll go through the dungeons. Ooh, from a loot perspective, view star map, fellowship record, gameplay, talent calculator. There we go, talent calculator, gem calculator. Is this the one that you build? Perfect. So let's go through. Do we start with... Look, start from the top. We'll work our way through and we'll go from there. All right, Mako. So Mako, evil destroyed her home and her purpose. Now only she remains. Mako cannot undo what has happened to her people, but she can avenge them. That will be her purpose now. So recent builds. This is what people have built. We might have a quick look. And then we've got the abilities and talents. What have I got? OP tank build for higher keys. I've been studying Mako and I would like to share my... Okay, we'll look at that in a second. So Mako's abilities. Twin Souls. Do I need to zoom in on this? Will it zoom in? It will zoom in. That's good. We'll do that a little bit. Make sure it's close enough. Move that one away. Yeah, sweet. So Mako, Twin Souls Bulwark. Instant, which is good. Self, 3-minute cooldown. Split your soul into the sibling of wind and the sibling of earth for up to 20 seconds. So the sibling of wind is a controlled ability. So sibling of wind takes 20% of any damage dealt to a sibling on earth. Or to any damage dealt to the sibling on earth. Okay, to yourself. And then the sibling of earth, which is you. Oh, no, which is not you. Hang on. The sibling of wind takes 20% of any damage dealt to the sibling of earth. Okay. And then the sibling of earth taunts all enemies in 1,000 radius around them every 1.5 seconds. The sibling of the earth is destroyed before the duration ends. Twin Souls Bulwark ends. Okay. What's the duration? Is there 20 seconds? 20 seconds. Okay, so this is essentially a taunt. It's a taunt and a damage mitigator. So good ability. 3-minute cooldown, so it's a big one. But it might be something you initiate with. We'll work across and back down. Yeah, I'll do that way. And then another instant one at 30-yard range. Taunt the target, forcing it to attack you for 6 seconds. So another taunt. This one's a bit better because it's taunting sibling of Earth. It's copying the damage of the siblings are taking the damage. Taunt. It's 8-second cooldown, so it's pretty quick. Because if you're taunted for 6 seconds, it's only 2 seconds that you potentially not taunted for. And then we've got fighting techniques. Instant self. Grants access to finishing moves based on combo builders used. So finisher techniques can be used during a global cooldown. So palm techniques, double palm strike. So depending on, I'm sure we'll figure this out in a second. But as it says, finisher techniques can be used during, the finishing moves based on the combo builders. So I don't necessarily know what we're building, but let's have a look. So palm technique is double palm strike grants 20% magic damage reduction and 5% parry for 15 seconds. Not bad. That's situational. Obviously, if they're dealing magic, you're going to want this one as a tank. And then Spirited Vortex. Conjures a vortex around you that provides 5% dodge, deals damage to nearby enemies over 18 seconds, and reduces their movement speed by 35% for 5 seconds. So another specific one, depending on what you're actually fighting. I'm guessing something that moves quick, you might want to slow it down. I don't know if anyone's going to be disadvantaged by someone who's moving a bit quicker. I'll be interested to see if there's anything that we want to slow down for 5 seconds by 35%. 18 seconds. I wonder how much damage though. I don't know if I like, depending on the damage. Okay, the damage is the part. Spirited Vortex. So I'm guessing that's another ability that you can use. Spirited Vortex, in my mind, without trying Spirited Vortex, it doesn't sound amazing to me. Like, you get the 5% dodge, deals damage to nearby enemies over 18 seconds. If the damage is high, then I like that, because 18 seconds is a very long time. The other question is, how many enemies are lasting more than 18 seconds to need that ability? And if you're to, okay, I was going to say, if you're building up that cooldown, you're building up the combo builder to get this. So you'd initiate a fight that potentially has a lot of enemies. I don't know. We'll have to see. But not on the top of my oh wow list at the moment. Kick techniques. Rising Storm deals damage to the target and grants 2 Stormfall charges, and increasing the damage of your next 2 Lashing Storm kicks by 100%. Okay, I'm guessing. Look, I'm going to make the guess Spirited Vortex does some good amount of damage, but I don't think it does for 18 seconds. I'm just worried you pop this ability, you kill whatever's in front of you in 10 seconds. You're not necessarily utilizing all that damage that you potentially could be doing. Where the Rising Storm you got some kicks, then Lashing Storm kick deals damage to the target and nearby enemies nearby. It heals you for 200% of the damage it deals. So Lashing Storm kick is very nice. I like it. Getting that heal, obviously it's situational as well if you're low on health, but it also helps the healers. You take that pressure off the healers if you can heal yourself. 200% of the damage it deals. So I think that'll be a good heal. I feel. And then we've got Fist techniques. So Rising Earth deals damage to the target and grants 2 Earthfall charges. Increasing the damage of your next 2 Earth Fist barrages by 100%. And Earth Fist barrage pummels target enemy over 2 seconds and heals you for 200% of the damage it deals. That one's not bad. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm interested to see how this works. As in, if I pick, you can see it says deals damage to your target and grants 2 Earthfall charges, increasing the damage of your next 2 Earth Fist barrages by 100%. So use Rising Earth and then use Earth Fist. But how many points do I have to accumulate? Can I use a Rising Earth and then use an Earth Fist barrage? That I do not know. So that's the fighting techniques. Earth Fist deals 360. Is that what that other one was called? Earth Fist? No, Rising Earth. Deals 360, 440 damage to target enemy. Grants access to fist techniques. Okay, so that would be a combo builder for the fist. And it's probably going to go in this order. But we'll determine that. So that's grants access to fist technique finishes. It's a combo builder. Then this one is deals 360 damage to each target. So Spirit Palm, again, same damage, goes to palm techniques. And I'm guessing this one's the same. Lower damage. Deals 180 to 220 damage to your target and other enemies near your target. Grants access to kick technique finishes. So, but the kick technique finishes, we had Rising Storm. They were the heals. So that's probably why the damage is lower. So you're sort of smashing them so you can get your heals off. So that'll be interesting. So you're smashing these two, and then you'll be getting your palm techniques and your kick techniques, and then you'll be smashing your wide kick for your healing, building up your healing kick abilities to get heal. All right, Stone Stomp. Send a shockwave through the ground in front of you, dealing 8. That's a big one. 2-minute cooldown though. Actually, what are the cooldowns on these? These are instant, 0 cooldown. So it's good. We can spam these. We can spam these, no problem at the moment. Send a shockwave through the ground, damage to enemies in its wake and stunning them for 3 seconds. 2-minute cooldown. Big damage, long cooldown, stuns them for 3 seconds. I'm trying to think of situations they'll be in. Like, do you use this as the initiator? I feel like it is the initiator, but also it's one of those ones that you save in your back pocket just in case you need to pop and run, if you know what I mean. Then we've got Shatter Earth. Leap and slam the ground at a target location, dealing a lot of damage to all enemies in the area and leaving an area quaking. For 6 seconds, it deals 400, even more damage every 1 second to any enemy standing in the effect. Okay, so you do, let's just say we only know Mako at the moment, but we're starting to build combo. I can see some combos starting to build now. Hey, Jay, how you going, buddy? So I can definitely start to see some of the combos building where you'd stun the enemy for 3 seconds. You'd pop your Shatter Earth for every 3 seconds. They're copping damage, so that's good to know. And then you go in as well, and you smash them with your other things, and then you got your technique build up. The other one is your taunt. You don't necessarily need, so you get taunts here. You've got this healing and what is it? Let's just say your combo abilities. Now we're going to our stun and damage dealers. And then stagger. Interrupts the target spell casting and prevent it from casting for 4 seconds. So we've got our interrupt. Must interrupt the spell or it will have no effects. Can be used during a global cooldown. So we've got 12-second cooldown on this one. So hopefully spells aren't getting popped left, right, and center. Or we're going to be in trouble. At least we've got a stagger or an interrupt, either way. I think one thing is, depending on what game you're playing, people rely on the tank to do the stagger. Some people will rely on the healer to do the stagger. And then, obviously, DPS. In this one, at the moment, we've only seen Mako has it. At least it's got its own interrupt, which is good. The hardest part about interrupts is just coordinating them. Some people, 3 people dropping an interrupt at the exact same time, or waste of interrupts. Serenity. Instantly heal yourself for a lot, which is very nice. Each time you auto-attack an enemy, your Serenity gains 40% increased healing. Stacking up to 50 times. Wow. So realistically, so I'm looking here. So maybe, so it's hard. Because you got these damage dealers, you go, oh yeah, I'm going to smack these damage dealers out. I'm going to do the stun. Hey, Type, how you going, buddy? Welcome. But I'm really liking after reading this next ability, I'm really liking you pull your taunt, and then you go in and you smack auto attack for a little bit, hoping to keep your heals up, and then potentially you run your stagger, or your stun with your stone stomp, because instant heal yourself for that amount each time you auto attack an enemy. Serenity gains. Oh, that's a big heal. 40% increased healing, stacking up to 50 times. I wonder what the cooldown is on that. Like, when do the stacks stay there, or do they slowly start to deplete? That is wild. So if you know you're running into a boss, yeah, you might just be building up that run just to get that stack of 50, just so you got this sitting in your back pocket. That's massive. Then we've got Stone Shield. Summon 3 protective stones around you that spin in a wide circle, dealing 450 to 550 physical damage. I need to turn that around so it stops doing its thing. Dealing 450 physical damage 4 times to all nearby enemies. Each stone increases your armor by 35 up to a maximum 105. And while at least 1 stone is active, they soak 25% of all damage you take. Each stone has a health value. Wow, big health too. Equal to 560% agility. Every 1% of critical... What? So each stone has a health value of 5,600. Equal to 560% agility. Every 1% of critical strike, haste, expertise, and spirit you have further increases the final amount by 2%. And it's interesting. the fact that it says every 1% of critical strike you have haste, expertise, and spirit, where I don't necessarily always put critical strike in a tank. But in this instance, there's a reason why you want critical strike. I feel like the tanks in here actually deal a lot more damage. Your haste is also applied as cooldown recovery on Stone Shield. So Stone Shield has a 30-second cooldown. I'm just curious, do these things use mana, or you can pop them as soon as the cooldown's down? Your haste is also applied to cooldown recovery on Stone Shield. I wonder how low you can get Stone Shield from haste. So with haste, you can get the 1%. Every 1% of haste, for example, will increase the stone's health value, but is also giving you recovery. So haste seems to be the thing that you want to pick up. Interesting. And then gust. Quickly travel forward at short distance. I guess that's to initiate 30-second cooldown. Quickly travel forward a short distance. Okay. And then we've got Cyclone. Create a cyclone of strong winds that instantly pulls in all enemies within the radius. That's good. That is always a very good ability, to be able to pull in all your enemies to the center. So then you can grab aggro. You can then use your Stone Stomp to stun them all and deal a big damage. And then you can go ham on them. Or is it? Then you got Shatter Earth. Sorry, then you got Shatter Earth. Any interrupts in there? Yeah, no, we're just going ham on the damage. Yeah, no, look, I think there's a good rotation here that I can see straight up. And last one, Twin Souls, Army of One. You split your soul into the sibling of Wind and the sibling of Earth for 10 seconds. Sibling of Earth controlled. While Twin Souls, Army of One is active, the sibling of Earth takes 40% reduced damage. Sibling of Wind. The sibling of Wind swiftly teleports to and strikes nearby enemies up to 40 times, dealing a lot of damage with... Whoa! That's a big... Oh, you need 100 spirit. You need 100 spirit to do this one. But a lot of damage dealing there. When you activate your spirit ability to gain Spirit of Heroism, granting 30% haste for 20 seconds. So, which ones gave us spirit? I don't think any of these abilities gave us spirit, did they? Maybe there's another way of getting spirit. But they were your abilities. Nice abilities. We've got our taunts. We've got some DPS happening. We've got our big hits. Then we've got our healing abilities. Then we've got our shields and whatnot. So not bad. Now, talents. Now, we need to go figure out how this system works in regard to when do you unlock talents. I think, how many? Is there 13? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 6, 2, 18. 18. So there's 18 talents, but 13 skill points when we looked at the builder. I think that's where it goes interesting. So first you've got your own character that you need to build out, but you also need to think, if you're going to play in a group of 4, which I guess you are going to play in a group of 4, but if you're pre-made, is how your combos affects other people and obviously the bosses and whatnot. Because, no, I'll stay on this, because if you go to the tools, it said we had 13 points in the talent calculator. So Resonance of Earth. When you activate Stone Shield, you take 20% reduced damage for 8 seconds. So Stone Shield was... Is it down the bottom? This one. Stone Shield. So if you pop Stone Shield, when you activate Stone Shield, you take 20% reduced damage for 8 seconds. So that's by having one of the talents. Perfect Storm. Your Lashing Storm Kick has a 50% chance to deal damage, an additional time for 50% of the initial hit. Each hit with Earth Fist Barrage adds 1 stack to your Serenity. Oh, Serenity now prevents your Stone Shield from losing health. For 0.51%, 1 second per stack of Serenity consumed. So that's interesting. So we can stack up to 50 points in Serenity. So 50, that's up to 5 seconds, is that right? Yeah, 5 seconds. So you can have up to 5 seconds if you have 50 Serenity points on your Stone Shield, where your stones don't lose health. Then the Shadow Earth also activates your Spirited Strikes and Spirited Vortex buffs. Shadow Earth will now activate your buff. That's nice. Your Spirited Vortex deals 20% more damage. Each time you perform a finisher ability while Spirited Vortex is active, it grants you a 20% dodge chance, stacking up to 3 times. So the talents are really nice, aren't they? Hey, Peps, how you going, buddy? I'm doing well. What are you playing, Peps? What are you playing at the moment? Are you playing Battlefield 6 or are you looking forward to something else? I know Little Nightmares dropped the other day as well, so I know a few people playing Little Nightmares. Kingmakers was meant to drop on Friday, but that got cancelled. No, it was Wednesday. Wednesday it was meant to drop, but that got cancelled. So Fellowship is coming in 2 days and 5 hours. Then we've got Arc Raiders at the end of the month as well. But we've got Arc Raiders this weekend for the Service Lamb. There's way too many games to play. Currently playing Midnight. Oh, is that the game that I got an email for today? For early access Steam launch? Yeah, where is it? Where's my email? Yes, the Midnight Walkers. I haven't even looked at it. Is it good? Hey, Aram. Oh, it's public. Yeah, I got the Midnight Walkers playtest is now available in your library. Yeah, that's the email that I got. Aram, PAX was great, mate. PAX was great. I've got some video. I've got some. There's a new game that dropped at PAX that got released globally at PAX Australia first. So I'm looking forward to sharing that one, but I'm not sharing that one just yet, just because we've got to get the Fellowship hype going. The end of the year is full of game hype. Oh, well, that's just I think November's a little bit quieter, but I think there's more than enough to play throughout November. An extraction game with zombies. They're doing a great job. Oh, I'm going to have to get into it. Maybe I should have been playing that tonight. Maybe I should have started with that and moved on to this a bit later. But look, we're getting in early, as we do with all games. We're getting in early. We're doing it. Yeah, where is it? Oh, we'll have it. Where is it? Twitch. But with all games, wrong thing. With all games, we've got to get in early. We've got to understand the game. So when the game drops, we've got 2 things. We're giving away keys. So exclamation mark ticket, so you can enter the draw to get the keys. And then the other one is, what is it? Keys. And then, just learning about the game. So for when the game drops, we're ready for it. Now, where is, I'm just looking for it. Megabox still up there. What's Megabox still up there? I haven't played Megabox. What was the game called that you were just saying? It's Midnight something. It was... Oh, Midnight Walkers. Is it? The Midnight Walkers. Oh, yeah, there's a few people on there. There's a few people on there. Open up that bad boy for a second. Yeah, no, it's definitely something to look at. Definitely something. Oh, it looks all right. But Fellowship's the thing. Fellowship's the thing. Fellowship's the thing for today. Yeah, no, definitely will try that. I think I'll try that off stream. Fellowship. I'm hoping Fellowship's going to be good. If you get a good 4-person party, I think you'd be able to have a lot of fun. So we're just going through the talents. We've gone through the abilities. The talents look to be I didn't mind the abilities. The abilities look good. I think it's the talents that really increase how strong your character goes. Was it this one? No, this one. Your Earth abilities deal 20% more damage. Nice. There's nothing better than a passive ability. For me, I really like passive abilities. Your Lashing Storm Kick has a 20% increase, a critical strike chance. That's, we should be getting a lot of points. The hard part is I want to know how many points we're actually getting. Oh, sorry. Oh, Ergo Cuss. Sorry, buddy. I missed you. Missed your follow. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I was too busy looking at something else. And then a Peps with a posture check. Debilitating a Vortex. Enemies hit with the Spirited Vortex have 20% reduced attack speed for 5 seconds. That's nice. So with the talents, it really looks like, because when we're back here looking at the fighting techniques, so grants access to finishing moves based on combo builds. So you build your combo, then you fight, and then you use one of these abilities. There's 6 different abilities here, but from the talent perspective, these all do something. Spirited Vortex, you got the Lashing Storm Kick. Early on, you really need to pick how you're playing to make sure that you're putting your points in the right area. And then build out your play style, I'm guessing. Just because there's so many that Spirited Vortex, hang on. No. So that one's a Spirited Vortex. That one's a Spirited Vortex. Each time you perform a finisher ability while Spirited Vortex is active, it grants you 20% dodge chance, so dodge chance. And this one is 20% reduced attack speed. Anytime you gain health from your self-healing abilities, 8% of the healing amount also replenishes your Stone Shield's health. So there's actually I would almost say there was a Stone Shield build just here for Mako. You could definitely go a Stone Shield build with Mako because there's abilities that keep healing the stones. Each time you get Gust, each time you cast Gust, you release a burst of winds in your starting location, causing all enemies with 750 radius to have 50% reduced movement speed for 5 seconds. Don't care for Gust. Gust is not my exciting ability I'm going to use. You take 10% less magic damage. Beautiful. Cost 1 point. What was the cost 2? Some cost 2. Stone Guard cost 2. The Spirit Armor buff you gain whenever you trigger Spirit Refund now also generates 1 stone for your Stone Shield. Your Spirit Armor buff you gain whenever you trigger Spirit Refund now also generates 1 stone for your Stone Shield. The Spirit is increased by 3% passively. Oh, that's going to be a nice little one to have. And then each time you consume Earthfall or Stormfall, you gain 1 stack of Warden of the Temple at 2 stacks. Your next palm finisher is enhanced. Double Palm Strike deals 300% increased damage and grants 10 Serenity charges. That's very nice. Double Palm Strike deals 300% increased damage and grants 10 Serenity charges. And Spirited Vortex deals 50% increased damage and a dodge bonus increase to 10%. So you're telling me, so Double Palm Strike, which is from here, grants 20% magic damage reduction and a 5% parry. So if you've got that active, and then you do this, deals 300% increased damage and grants 10 Serenity charges. And Serenity charges is what we use on our healing. So then our healing is also getting a buff. Yeah, that's actually very nice ability. That's very nice. Your Shadow Earth now has a 3. Oh, wow. How much does that cost? Oh, it costs 3. No wonder. So it costs 3 of your talent points. Your Shadow Earth now has 30 seconds less cooldown, and each cast of Shadow Earth reduces the cooldown of Twin Souls Bork. Shadow Earth, how was the cooldown in Shadow Earth? Where was Shadow Earth? It was a 1 minute cooldown, so you can turn it down to a 30-second cooldown. Okay. Then your Double Palm Strike finisher applies Forbidden Technique to the target for 15 seconds. And Forbidden Technique accumulates 18% of all damage you deal to the target. Once it expires, is removed, or if the enemy dies while it is active, the accumulated amount explodes on the target and onto nearby enemies. You heal for 100% of the damage dealt by Forbidden Technique. Now, you can only have Forbidden Technique active at one time. And then, so it's apparently Mako is meant to be the harder tank to play. The other tank is meant to be okay, but this one's meant to be the harder tank. Then your Serenity applies Peace Field on your healing, on you. Healing you for 40% of the initial heals value over 9 seconds. So the thing for me is, how is Serenity not healing you already? What is your health pool? Because it seems like Was it this one? Serenity seems to heal you already. Hey, Arthur, how you going, buddy? We're doing Fellowship. We're going through Fellowship. Nah, thanks, buddy. It was a good weekend. 3 days of board games, 3 days of indie games. There is a game that actually, you just reminded me. It was very good. There's a game that's meant to be the demo. Because I was talking to the devs. They were there last year and then this year. Bloodvow. My keyboard's not working. Bloodvow. Survive the Night. So this is going to end up being a 4-player co-op. Currently, I think they're releasing it 2-player. I think that it's coming out tomorrow or the next day. Definitely worth checking that one out if you're a PoE fan. Graphics don't look in this. It's an old build in this video, but should be a good game. Should be a good game if you want to check that one out. Yeah, like Hades. You could say it was similar to Hades. But yeah, it looks fun. The abilities look great. Talking to the guy who does the animations. Stuff like that. You can switch your weapons in the game as well, which is nice. That's nice. But yeah, good weekend. Good weekend. I've got PAX withdrawals after doing 3 days of gaming, eating junk food. It was good fun. Talents. Last 3, Peacefield. Oh no, we did Peacefield. Yeah. So my concern is, how are you not healing already using Serenity? So why do you need more heals? Like, I feel like I'm over-healing almost. Look, probably, I guess you're not, but it seems like you are. And then Guardian's Fluidity. Your finishing move reduces the cooldown of your Stone Shield ability by 1. Like I said, it's literally calling out to me that you want to buff your stones. Your healing amount, your Stone Shield. The Spirit is increased by 3% passive. Now also change 1 stone for your stone. So the Spirit armor buff you gain whenever you trigger a Spirit refund. So I want to trigger a Spirit refund. I want to have my Stone Guard on. I want my finishing moves to reduce the cooldown of my Stone Shield, because my Stone Shield, what's that? A 30-second cooldown. So I'm just constantly getting healed. It's essentially my shit. It is. Oh, since that's essentially my shield. But Stone Shield seems to be really strong if you put the points into Stone Shield, in my opinion. Without testing it, it just seems strong. Doing a lot of stuff now. Looking for jobs, cleaning. Nah, all good, peps. That can always be a stressful time, and also can be a painful time, a good time. Because if there's enough out there, it's exciting to do. So no stress, my friend. I'll do the talking, you do the listening. I think that's the part you need to play in this stream. Where we do it together. You finish this deal 10% more damage. That would be nice. Definitely a nice one to have. So they're the abilities, and they are the talents that we've just gone through for Mako. So Mako is a melee tank. Looks strong, a lot of heals, and has the ability to tank a lot of damage. Let's check out one of the guides. So this guide's popped through without building our own. We'll see where this person, now that we know the abilities, let's see and try to understand what this person has done. So this guy has said, what's his name? Who did this one? Where's his name? King Blue. So I've been studying Mako and would like to share my findings. I'll update the guide as I progress through the game. So we've got our talents. Any comments? I guess that's the comment. Talents, they're the talents. Oh, he's got a write-up. Nice. So as you can see, here are all your talents where you put your points. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you've only got 13 points you can play on your talent tree. Did he go the stone build? Is that one? Have they moved around? I think he did. I think he went all the stone ones by the looks of things. And then unfortunately, it looks like you can't put any gear yet. So the gear, I'm actually very interested to see what gear we actually get dropping. It will be nice to see. So, rotation priority. For defenses, you always want to rotate the same abilities For offense, it depends on how many targets you're fighting. Use the ST rotation when fighting 2 or less enemies. Swap to AoE on 3 or more, a single target to AoE on 3 or more enemies. So defense. So keep Stone Shield up. Well, there we go. Up at all times. So that was a 30-second cooldown, I believe, on Stone Shield. It's not saying it on this tooltip, but I'm pretty sure it was. So keep that up at all times. Open with a Shadow Earth. So he's going in with a stun. Was that the stun? All enemies leaving earthquaking, damage seconds. I think that was a 3-second stun, wasn't it? So then we open with Shadow Earth to activate Spirited Strikes and your Spirited Vortex buffs. And then use Palm, Wind, Fighting Techniques, keep up Spirited Strikes. And then use Spirit Palm, Earth Fist, Fighting Techniques, keep up Spirited Vortex buff. The last 2 are not necessary if you have Earthborn Talented, as your Shadow Earth cooldown is the same length as the increased Spirited Vortex duration. So Spirited Palm was the damage to the target enemy grants access to Palm techniques. So we smack him with Spirited Palm for some small amount of damage. We get access to Palm techniques. Then we do a Wind Kick, damage you to get kick techniques. So we get the Palm technique, the Wind Kick technique, and then Fighting techniques to keep up Spirited Strikes buff. And Spirited Strikes buff. I don't see. Oh, Spirited Strikes buff. The Spirited Strikes was over on. Was it a ability? What have I missed? Spirited Strikes buff. Spirited Vortex. Was that? I'll go back 1. Is this an MMO? No, it is not Arthur. So this is purely dungeon only. So you could say it's a small part of an MMO. So what you do is you literally just rotate through the dungeons. It's dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. Where's the Spirited Strikes buff? Why does it sound familiar but not sure where it is? Was it an ability? No. Oh, was it? There's a Spirited Vortex. Is it talent? Where is Spirited Strikes? No. Because it says here, to keep up a Spirited Strikes buff, to keep up Spirited Vortex buff. Well, the Spirited Vortex we know, but I'm just not sure of the Spirited Strikes buff. Hey, 100 tickets. Nice. I like it. So, all right, the last one. If a fight gets scary, use Twin Souls Bulwark. So that one this is your big defensive cooldown. Is incredibly strong. So the Sibling of Earth taunts all enemies in 1,000 radius, giving them 1.5 seconds if the Sibling of Earth is destroyed before the duration. This is the one where the Sibling of Wind will take 20% of any damage. Use Serenity when dropping low. Do not underestimate this ability. Note that this ability stacks up to 50, so pressing it later can mean more healing. Yeah, Serenity, I feel like Serenity is going to be super strong. You take reduced damage in Twin Souls Army of 1. You can use this in hard fights to live longer and do more damage. This was the one where Twin Souls Army of 1 is active. The Sibling of Earth takes 40% reduced damage. The Sibling of Wind swiftly teleports and strikes nearby enemies up to 40 times. So yeah, good ability. So that's actually, I don't mind this. I don't mind this as a guide because he has clearly said keep Stone Shield up. So for defensive abilities, this is what we want to do to keep yourself alive. Now, he's got single target, 2 or less. Keep your defensive buffs up. which we are doing, to consume stacks of Earthfall. Earth Fist, Spirit Palms to gain stacks of Earthfall if you have none. What is the Earthfall again? It's all right. We'll figure that out in a minute. And then keep your defensive buffs up. And for AoE, to consume stacks of Stormfall. So we'll go back. I want to know what Stormfall is. I do want to know what Stormfall is. Taunt, fighting techniques, kick technique, Earth Fist, Stomp, Gust, Stone Shield, Serenity. It's not there. I don't know what this plays something fall is. Serenity. There's the Spirit. The Shadow Earth now activates your Spirited Strikes and Spirited Vortex buffs. Whatever that they are. Here we go. Each time you consume Earthfall or Stormfall, you gain 1 stack of Warden. But what is Earthfall and Stormfall? Assume you... Because I didn't see it. Here we go. Spirit provides a chance to refund Earthfall and Stormfall charges spent when using abilities that consume Earthfall and Stormfall. Whenever Spirited Refund is triggered, Mako gains Spirit Armor for 12 seconds, increasing her armor for 50 seconds. Well, there's another bloody ability we didn't see. Anyway. So look, either way, single target, we want to keep them up. So the Earth Fist and the Wind Kick, and the Earth Fist or the Spirit Palm. AoE, keep your defensive buffs up. So Wind Kick, Earth Fist, Wind Kick, Spirit Palm. The only difference is you're starting off with Wind Kick, and the other one is starting with Earth Fist. And then from your talents, I think most talents are viable. So it's up to the personal situational need. Things like Magic Ward may be better in some dungeons compared to others. The Earthborn talent is really good when combined with Will of Stone, since you can ignore your Spirit Palm. Fighting techniques by using it whenever it is on cooldown. Talent like Unwavering Spirit will perform better if you have more Spirit secondary stat. So nice. So yeah, so the talents are good. No issues there. We essentially got our defensive, and then we've just got our rotations down here, and then you're smashing everything else. And then the weapon that seems best currently is Cyril's Grasp. The shield is really nice, and it deals massive AoE damage too. For relics, the Grimoire of Resurrection is really good. All of the Ancient Poultry Fetish, Orb of Shadows, and Hammering Portal Stone can be used for specific strats. The Sin Binding Stone is probably the better defensive relic. However, it requires understanding of the danger a fight brings. Salt Wash Elixir is reactive and thus easier to use. Ancient Wardstone can be very useful. However, there's a big chance your healer is already using this, and unless you communicate, you may overlap usage. Okay, so don't use that. Yeah, I get that. Ancient Wardstone could be a pain in the ass. Now, it's probably not worth to use Bloodright Strum. Of course, the necklace of Tectonic Impact and Shattering Obelisk Drape should be used for their unique properties. Interesting. So can we actually, because it's all empty now, if we were to go to Tools and go to Talent Calculator, not Talent, Gem Calculator, I'm guessing we can't use gems at all at the moment. Because as you can see, we can use gems. That's another way to level up. So that's going to be very interesting in itself. Just argument's sake. Wow. It even goes further. 4% primary stat while you're above 80% health. Gems we're just going to have to touch later. We don't have time to touch gems. But what we can say, so if we go back to, loot. That's what I wanted to see. Maybe just couldn't put the loot in there yet. So there is a lot of loot. How can we filter this? It's all TBD. To be determined. just go to +1. All heroes. We're going. Let's just do Mako. There's still a lot of stuff there. Let's see if we can go to argument's sake. We'll go to weapon. And we'll see what weapon they got at +1. There's 4. There's 4. And this is what he was talking about, Cyril's grasp. So we don't actually have item level, item tier. We don't have any, it's a knuckle duster, but we don't have any information on these yet, unfortunately. Oh, unless you click on there, there's a little bit of information. So if I go back, what did I just click on? Oh, no, I didn't mean to click on that. Oh, that's the critical strike stuff. But then you go in and it tells you critical strike 45%, haste 55%, intellect, and stamina. Yeah, nice. All right, so look, there's a fair bit. We've got the drops from the weapons and the gear that you can get. And then we've got our gems, the gems that you can put in. And then we've got our talents, which is very good. You can share UI. So I did see you can actually download, I don't know if it's available now or will be available for launch, is logs. So obviously, if you played WoW, a lot of people would follow logs to see how well people did. They're worth playing, and this is an example. So let me just have a look at what this is. Yeah, a lot of logs that you can download. I just can't remember who it was for. Where's my camera's in the way, so I'll just move that up. Can you see now? They just got example. What are they called? Go back to gallery. UI gallery. UI. So people are not selling, but keeping Stone Shield and Shadow Earth front and center and party frames close to see Stone Shield's health better. Okay, there we go. So, but they're sharing their layouts, showing their best layout. Now, I get OCD, and I like as little on the screen as possible. But look, gives you an idea of what you're going to see. You got your health bars, who's a party leader, who's targeting who, your abilities, who's this ancient chorus. Who's health? Oh, you got the DPS meters on the left. Who's doing interrupts? Oh, interrupt meter. That's good. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. Let me close my head for a second so you can see the interrupt meter. Where am I? Where's my head? There you go. So we've got DPS and then interrupt meter. So people are going to be yelling at everyone with these stats. These stats are going to be I can just see the toxicity happening already. But it is what it is. What I'm going to do. Where are we going? I've been streaming for what? An hour, 23 minutes? An hour, 23 minutes, but it is 9:40. It took me a while to get this stream set up because I came back from Pakistan to get everything set up again, everything working. But what we'll do, we'll finish up there. So that's Mako. That's Mako that we got to have a look at. Tomorrow, we're going to go through some of the other classes, the other builds, to understand who we're playing with. I think we need to understand the dungeons. I don't know if we're going to get enough time to get there. We should on Thursday night, because we're going to probably stay up a fair bit for that one, or we get a bit early. I'm not sure. But yeah, we want to try to get through. We'll go through all the dungeons, understand the layouts, the bosses. As you can see, we've got all the information on who the bosses are and what their abilities are. And we'll sort of try to understand what we need to do to complete those dungeons and those bosses. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do before we get in the game, but we'll make sure we see if we can get as much done as possible. But until then, I am going to get to bed, going to still catch up sleep from the weekend, and then we'll be back tomorrow and we'll get back into it. All right, guys, thanks for coming, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See you guys. Bye-bye.